Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I am Sweets of Sharon. This morning, I want to do a little bit of tutorial of how I replant or repot, how I propagate, and how I transplant. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to get your suckers out of your pot and into a pot to replant. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so let me lift my camera up. So I have this plant. I don't think you have seen this plant before. So this plant is it has a lot of suckers in here, you know. I'm not going to take out everything, but I'm just going to take out some. So I hope my video is showing brightly so you can see. All right, so let me show you how to take out your plant out of your pot, out of your mother pot, to replant into a different pot. So I think I'm going to choose uh, this one. So you're going to need a knife or any garden tool you have. You can use to take out your plant out of your pot. Let me bring down the video a little bit down here so you can see. So I'm gonna use my hand to feel, because when you're taking out your plant, you want to make sure that you're getting some roots. I'm doing this on my dinner table, so I want to be as clean as I can, not getting a lot of dirt. So I'm feeling way down in my plant so I can get out a piece that has root on it. So now I feel my plant. I'm going to cut down into it to get out a piece with root. And you take your time, be very neat and clean so you don't have to spill a lot of dirt on your surface. So here you go. Look at this. So you see, it has roots. This is a nice plant that you can repot. So I'm going to put this aside a little bit. And here I already pre-fill my pot. When you're pre-filling your pot, make sure your pot does not have too much dirt up to the top. Make sure your pot is like this. So take your finger and do a little space in the middle of your pot so you can get your plant in. So here, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing making a hole, and put your plant to the side like this. You're making sure you're not damaging your new roots. Yeah, and you push it down in there like that. Make sure your root is going down. Oh, I'm spilling a little bit. Take your time. When you put your new plant in, you use your hand to push down so you can root your plant very, very strong. Make sure your plant can stand up on its own. And I'm going to take off this excess dirt here. And so here you go. You have your new rooted. It's not rocket science. It's not hard. When I'm done, I'm going to use something to kind of brace it when I can find it. It's now winter. You can't find a lot of twigs or anything to brace. So here you go. And so when I'm repotting, guys, I have this. It's called hydrogen peroxide. I know a lot of people know hydrogen peroxide. It's a first aid that you can get in any first aid store in the pharmacy. Why do I use this when I'm repotting? Hydrogen peroxide is good for oxygen, to oxygenate your soil. So you can research it. You can use 1 part of a hydrogen peroxide and 1 part of water to soak, throw it on your roots so that, because remember, this you're introducing your plant to a different soil, and you want that soil to, when your plant is growing, the soil can be really light and oxygenated so the new root can take root. So I have this and I'm going to throw 1 part, not a lot, 1 part. Why? And you have 1 part of hydrogen peroxide and 1 part of water. Why do I say 1 part? The same amount of peroxide that you put in your cup must be the same amount of water. So the amount that I put plus the water is 1/4 cup. That's all you need. Make sure your soil, when you're repotting, your soil is moist, not wet. Don't put your new plant into a wet soil. Make sure it's just moist. Moist, I think a lot of people have problem with moist. Moist means it's between dry and damp, a damp soil. So now I'm going to throw my water. You can put it on the plant, around the plant, to make sure it gets to the root. All right? And so, yeah. When I throw the peroxide, I heard a little seeping sound. That means it's opening up the soil, giving it air, giving it oxygen so that the root can have space. Right? So here you go. All right, so here is my nicely new potted plant. And if you can get something to kind of brace it, like you see like this now, I buy these things when I go to the garden store so I can brace my plant. Make sure you don't hurt the root, and you can brace your plant like that. Okay, so we have our nice potted new plant. So by summer, you will have a nice plant growing. All right, so let me put this away. Okay, so get back your plant. See, I have another piece here that I could propagate, but I'm going to just put it right back in the soil. Put it right back. Close up the wound. Yeah. When you have plants, it's like you're a doctor or a specialist, a surgeon. So look, I close up the wound and I still have my nice plant here. All right. So I'm going to put back this plant where it was, but let me put it here a little bit. All right, guys. So I have another plant, different way of repotting, and I'm going to show you. And this is propagating plus repotting. I put a little bit of water into this soil because it's a little bit dry. So I don't know if you remember or know the name of this plant. It is called, well, back home we call it Joseph coat. So I have a mother plant, and a week ago I put this plant to water propagate. What do I mean by that? I have this fish bowl, and when I want to propagate, let me I put my plants in this bowl here. Yeah. So I have two of them, and I'm going to repot them in this pot here. Let me adjust back a little bit. All right, so it's the same motion. We have our nice little roots going on here. So I make a hole with my thumb, with my my pointer, and I went in and I go and I plant this one. When you're planting, make sure you're planting in the middle to the side to the middle, because it's two. I'm going to plant them side by side. So here is my other plant with my nice clean roots. Look at that. 2 weeks, guys, and I got my roots going. So when you plant this, it's going to just remain just vibrant and the same, because it was already grown. It has its own roots already, so it's easier to grow. Yeah, and so I went in and I plant. And as I told you, don't overfill your pot. Don't overfill your pot with soil. Let me wash my hand off. For this plant, it's a very hardy plant, so I won't use a lot of hydrogen peroxide in this one. I'll just and as I said, don't wet your soil. Make sure your soil is moist. And here we go. Here we have our beautiful pot of Joseph goats. Okay, I'm going to show you how these plants are progressing in my next video. So I'll put this one aside. Okay, so now guys, I am going to show you how to water propagate. Right, so guys, you remember in one of my previous video, I was showing you my pathos, the one that I changed the name to Bob Marley. I changed her from a girl to a boy. So I got these spirals from her. Right, let me come up a little bit closer. Yeah, I got these spirals from her, and now I'm going to water propagate. So when you're doing this, guys, I use a scissors. And when you're propagating these plants, you make sure you are going in between these. You see how you have a leaf and a line, a leaf and a line. You cut them between the leaf and the line. So here I have, this is a new plant going this way. So I will cut here. Okay. See? So I cut it here, and I'm going to cut this leaf off. Why, guys? Because this is where you're going to get your roots from. And guess what, guys? I'm going to propagate into a wine glass, a stem. You might be smiling or laughing. Why is she going to put plants in her beautiful stem glasses? Guys, I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. But I drink my juice, and when holiday time or whenever I want, I drink out of my glass. But I have a plan, and I'm going to show you when I'm done doing this. These are multi-purpose. So, guys, I put my look. Okay. So here you go. I put my plant in, and you have clean, fresh water. You throw your water in. You have to make sure that you throw the water where your root is going to be. Make sure you have your route is covered with water. That's how you propagate. This is kind of awkward because of the way these grow. So yeah, you just like that, and you keep it in here, guys. It's springtime, and if you notice, a couple of weeks ago I had my plates. I set my table. I love to set my table, but today I take off all of my plates and my placemat and my knife and forks off my table because I have a different plan. So yeah, so this is number one, water propagation in your wine glass. And I'm gonna put this one over here. Okay, so here is another piece. This one is cut already in between. You see even these little knobs here, they are roots. Yeah, they are roots already forming. But however, you want to remove this leaf because you want new more roots. So remove this leaf. And you can remove this one too. Let me see how it's gonna sit in here. Oh yeah, you can leave that one. And then I put my water in. Yeah. Cheers. Yeah. And you put it there. And I have a third glass. Yeah, so same thing. See how I cut it in between the stems. So I'm going to remove this leaf because, as I said, this is where you're going to get your root. And okay, I put it in. These babies they grow very tricky. So you can push it down like this so it can sit in the glass properly. What you want to do is to make sure that the water catch your root route. So yeah, here you go. And you fill this up with water. See, beautiful. Cheers. And I have my three beautiful plants going on here. I have one more repotting. So just let me clean up this a little bit. Don't make the dirt catch your chair. So let me go get another pot. Okay. So guys, I have this. I think this is called a fern. It's a fern or a palm. I'm not sure. I have this a long, long time ago, and this plant, I keep it in my bedroom. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go in. I have this pine cones in here. I'm going to take them out. And the reason why I put stuffers in my pot is for, to prevent the flies, the plant flies, the black flies from coming in. So guys, I have some babies in here. And I'm going to take out some of my babies. Remember what I said. Put your finger down in there because this plant is one plant, but it have babies. So you're going to feel for your roots. Make sure you have some roots. These roots are very strong. They're very wiry. That's what I'm feeling. They're very wiry and strong. So you're going there without hurting your mother plant. You're going for the babies. Take your time. Oh, and I'm just pulling it apart gently. You don't have to cut anything. Here you go. Look at this. You see? So you have this beautiful plant already grown with it's actually two, and you take them out like that. See, you have your plant standing, your mother plant standing. So these plants, they grow big and tall. So they don't have a lot of fat base down here. So you can plant them into a little pot and still get a big plant, a big tree. So let me sit down and show you what I'm doing. Let me get my chair back. All right, so again, you make your hole, a hole in here. And guys, these plants, they are tropical plants. So when you're planting, make sure you have a soil that can drain. So I put perlite soil. I mix the perlite soil with the dirt. What is perlite? Perlite is a sandy, rocky, sandy material. You can buy it in the plant shop and mix it with your soil. So here, I go down in here and cover my roots, and use my finger to, stabilize my roots very well so that they sit well in my soil. There you go. Look, we have two new ferns that we can get. And of course, put a little bit of water. Just introduce a little bit of water. And guys, for water, make sure, and as I said, these plants are tropical plants. Make sure you don't take the water directly from the top. Some plants are okay with the water from the top. The petals, I bathe them, so I use my tap water. But what I do, I turn the tap water to a temperature, a tropical temperature, because the tap water can be cold. So you put it a little bit warm, not hot, lukewarm, and bathe them. So, and then sometimes for watering out of a can, I put this water, I will catch it from like 2 days, and I put it down to let the chlorine seep out of it and to let it have room temperature, right? So here you go. We have another potted plant. Okay, I don't want to be too long with this video. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to clean up here very, very quick and then show you how I'm going to arrange these plants on my table. Yeah, on my table. All right. So let me clean up a little bit. Take these down. I'm over here. I'm here, guys. I'm just cleaning up. Take up all these stuff. All of these stuff. Put them in the kitchen. Chop, 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 chop. Have to go really fast. Make sure, take the dirt off your table. Don't let the dirt, you have to be very careful. You have to be a real professional at this, so you don't soil your stuff and let dirt get into your crevices and your corners. You have to be very careful what you are doing. You have to be an expert at this, guys. Yeah. I'm here, guys. Coming back to clean up. Clean up very nicely. Yep. Okay. Time is going. So guys, over here in the middle of my table, I still have some more stuff going on here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dress up my table with these plants. So I'm going to put them like this. These 3 glasses in a row like this. like so. Let me show you. So you see how I have my 3 glasses in a row. My table is really nice. And also, I can put this one here. Just kind of make a little garden on my table. I also have this one, so I can put it here. And guys, trust me, they will stay here and they will grow and they look, to me, they look very nice. I don't know what you think. You know, just set them up, clean them off, and set them up. Yeah. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. These are your plants. They're your family. They're your babies. So you treat them nice. Treat them well. Let them feel welcome in your home. See, guys? Yeah. Look. See? How nice and beautiful they look right there. You know, when the chandelier is shining down on them. So guys, I hope you enjoy my video. I hope you enjoy my water propagation, my repotting, guys. So I will see you next time. Please like, share, and subscribe to Sweets of Sharon. Bye. Mwah.